Yeah, I'll always be a metalhead. Nothing can take that away from me.
Right.
I mean, not jail, not people, not religion, not anything. I'll always be a metalhead. Metalhead leaves you all alive.
You're listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
Welcome back, metalheads, to another episode of the Great Metal Debate Podcast. I'm Xander, and today we are going to be talking about the Brazilian black metal band known as Outlaw with their brand new album, Reaching Beyond Assiah. This album doesn't officially get released until March 31st, but thanks once again to Black Metal Promotion for uploading the full album over 2 weeks in advance. I should point out that these guys have a slightly melodic sound to their guitar riffs, but I guess not enough to be classified as such. According to the Metal Archives, they are a three-piece group that formed in 2015 with 2 other full-length studio albums behind them. There have been a few lineup changes over the years, with the only original member going by the initial D, who is the vocalist and lead guitarist. The other 2 current members are A, the bassist, and T, the drummer. I'll also be the first to admit that this is my first time ever hearing of them or listening to them, and I must say that they did not disappoint. These guys deliver that grainy black metal sound with a hint of rawness, along with some decent guitar hooks and melodies to keep the listening experience fresh. Most of these compliments are not centered around brand new or unique playing methods, but rather an interesting way to incorporate atmospheric tones to an otherwise oversaturated genre. There are several moments during this album where you'll forget that there are Watain-sounding vocals, and you'll just close your eyes and soak in the bliss of soul, which happens to be the name of the first track. I'm not going to say that it's very similar, although I caught some major Iwata vibes within the main guitar riff. As for the second track, To Burn This World and Dissolve the Flesh, radiates that haunted cemetery feeling. It will make a chill go up your spine, with its very short-lived but frequent guitar licks. If only they had stretched that hook out for just a little longer by at least a few more seconds before returning to its main riff. The song also has a breaking point after almost 3 minutes where there is a tempo change that makes everything slower, including the drum beat. This was a very neat change-up to an already complex song structure, and we even get a sweet guitar solo, which isn't always a standout moment for black metal, although it is certainly welcomed. Track 3, which is titled Beyond the Realms of God, is definitely my favorite song on the album, as it has a calm melodic black metal sound. Musically, it's everything that I could ever want from black metal as a whole. I would spoil it, but instead I'm going to say, go listen to it for yourself. You won't be disappointed. The Unending Night reminds me a lot of the late 90s, early 2000s melodic black metal acts, with its main guitar riff and vocal delivery. Even the drum rhythm has those signature quiet blast beats that still fit just right and are audible enough to enjoy. To me, it sounds like a callback to whoever influenced these guys. I also love how the music stops for a split second in this one, so we can hear the vocals alone before kicking back into gear. If you're looking for that classic melodic black metal sound with an absolutely beautiful guitar riff, look no further than the song Everything That Becomes Nothing. My only complaint about this song is that it is the shortest one on the album. It definitely could have benefited from being just a few minutes longer, but it's still another incredible track that I can call my second best. Moving on, we have The Serpent's Chant, which doesn't have that much to bring to the table in terms of variety. To me, it's not really a moment of falling flat, but it does seem to lack grooviness. Although I will say that I enjoyed the acoustic guitar break at the track's halfway point. And finally, we get the album title track, Reaching Beyond Assiah. This isn't a redeeming moment for the trio, as the melodies for this one are largely forgettable, yet still enjoyable. Having enjoyed this record front to back, I will definitely go listen to their debut, Path to Darkness, and their second album, The Fire in My Tomb. Something tells me that I'm going to experience goosebumps while listening to those the same way I did with the majority of this album. My final score for this really good album gets an 8 out of 10. There's a little room for improvement, but overall this was still a worthy listen, and I encourage any fan of black metal to give this one a spin. Make sure you continue to show your support for the underground and keep it metal.